If you're over 60, your body is holding a type of fat right now that's quietly poisoning you from the inside. Scientists at Harvard Medical School discovered that visceral fat, the dangerous fat wrapped around your organs, releases more than 400 toxic chemicals into your bloodstream every single day. But the real shock came when researchers found that people over 60 who followed a simple protocol reduced this deadly fat by up to 73% in just 30 days, with no extreme diets or hard workouts. This study tracked 1,847 seniors aged 60 to 75, and the results were so dramatic that scientists repeated the measurements 3 times. Visceral fat isn't the soft fat you can pinch. It's buried deep inside your abdomen, surrounding your liver, pancreas, and intestines. It increases your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, inflammation, and even cognitive decline. Dr. Samuel Klein of Washington University says losing just 5% of visceral fat can add 7 years to your life. The good news? Visceral fat responds faster than any other fat when you use the right approach, especially after age 60. Your metabolism becomes more sensitive to certain triggers, making fat loss easier when you understand how to activate them. Here are the top 5 science-backed methods proven to eliminate visceral fat after 60. 5. Strategic protein. Timing after 60, your body processes protein differently. Most seniors eat too little protein in the morning and too much at night, which slows metabolism and encourages visceral fat storage. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 need 25-30 grams of protein per meal to properly activate muscle protein synthesis. Muscle burns far more calories than fat, about 50 calories per pound daily, even at rest. Fat burns only 2. A 6-month study tracking 387 seniors showed that people who reached the correct protein threshold at each meal lost 23% more visceral fat than those who ate the same total protein but unevenly throughout the day. Why morning protein matters. After fasting all night, cortisol is naturally high. If your breakfast is low in protein, like cereal or toast, cortisol triggers visceral fat storage. Ideal morning options: eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Protein shake with at least 25 grams. Lunch and dinner should include palm-sized portions of fish, chicken, lean meat, tofu, lentils, or quinoa. Build meals around protein first, then add vegetables and healthy carbs. Dr. Douglas Patton Jones found this protein timing approach boosts resting metabolic rate by 14%, meaning you burn more calories throughout the day without extra exercise. 4. Temperature manipulation for brown fat. Activation. Your body has 2 kinds of fat. White fat stores energy, includes visceral fat, brown fat, burns energy to generate heat. As we age, brown fat becomes less active, but studies show it can be reactivated easily. A major MRI University study found that seniors who exposed themselves to mild cold for just 2 hours daily increased brown fat activity by 45% and reduced visceral fat by 19% in 4 weeks. The method was simple. Lower room temperature to 66 degrees in 19 Celsius. Wear light clothing. Sit or relax for 2 hours in the evening. Another effective method is ending a warm shower with 30 seconds of cool water. This activates brown fat for up to 4 hours. Participants who combined cool showers with evening cool exposure lost 31% more visceral fat than those who used only one technique. Best timing, 6-8 p.m., when the body naturally cools down. Drinking cold water throughout the day also forces the body to burn calories, warming it to body temperature. Japanese researchers estimated up to 100 extra calories daily. Start gradually with 15 minutes of cooler temperatures and increase as you adapt. 3. Time-restricted eating with metabolic windows. When you eat matters more than many people realize, and especially after 60. A study from the Salk Institute revealed that seniors who ate within an 8 to 10 hour window lost 47% more visceral fat than those eating the same calories spread across the entire day. This isn't strict intermittent fasting, it's syncing eating with natural circadian rhythms. The ideal window, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. This allows a 14-hour overnight fasting period. During this time, your body switches from burning glucose to burning fat. targeting visceral fat first because it's metabolically active. Dr. Sachin Panda found this eating pattern activates autophagy, the body's natural process of clearing damaged fat cells. To avoid stress-related fat gain, begin with a 12-hour window and reduce it by 30 minutes weekly. Inside your eating window, have 3 solid meals. Avoid constant snacking. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before sleeping. When insulin levels drop at night, growth hormone increases. After 60, this hormone becomes crucial because it helps break down visceral fat during deep sleep. Black coffee, tea, and water are fine during the fasting window. 2. Soluble fiber loading with prebiotics. Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center found that every 10 grams of soluble fiber daily reduces visceral fat by 3.7% over 5 years. But when combined with specific prebiotics, visceral fat dropped by 8.4% in just 3 months. Soluble fiber helps by slowing glucose absorption, preventing insulin spikes, feeding good gut bacteria, increasing production of fatty acids like butyrate that signal the body to burn visceral fat. The most effective sources were 1. Konjac root glucomannan, just 3 grams before meals reduced visceral fat by 12% in 8 weeks. 2. Ground flaxseed, 2 tablespoons daily reduced visceral fat by 9%. Must be freshly ground or stored cold. 3. Beans and lentils, excellent soluble fiber and prebiotic source. Best timing, flaxseed in a morning shake, glucomannan before lunch, beans at dinner. This creates 3 waves of fat-burning signals throughout the day. Prebiotic foods enhancing results. Jerusalem artichoke, garlic onions. These increase fat-burning gut bacteria by 27% in 2 weeks. Together, soluble fiber plus prebiotics help your gut shift metabolism to prefer visceral fat as fuel. 1. Controlled breathing with valgus nerve activation. This method shocked scientists because it worked without diet or exercise changes. A University of Copenhagen study with 892 participants aged 60-79 showed that a specific breathing technique reduced visceral fat by 42% more than diet and exercise alone. The method: inhale through nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale through mouth for 8-15 minutes, twice daily. 1 hand on chest, 1 on belly, only belly moves. This activates the valgus nerve, which triggers acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that tells visceral fat cells to release stored energy. Best timing? 1. Morning session. Cortisol is high in the morning. This breathing reduces cortisol by 37% in 15 minutes. 2. Afternoon session. Between 3 to 5 p.m., cortisol naturally spikes again. Participants reported improved relaxation, better sleep, lower stress, and consistent fat loss. It also increased insulin sensitivity by 23% and decreased inflammatory markers by 31%. When combined with the other 4 strategies, participants lost an average of 4.2 inches from their waist in 1 month. Final thoughts. Start with the breathing technique, the simplest and fastest to implement. Then add 1 new method each week. Your body is capable of dramatic transformation at any age when given the right signals.